out of the way here, Christian. Let's get right to business. Roncalli playing much better on Saturday, down 19 points twice at Cathedral, cut it back to 10 on 2 occasions. And that's a game where Roncalli, if they kind of pack it in, they could have very easily lost by 25 or 26. So some growth there that they hope to build on tonight.
Yeah, they really kept their heads up in that game, and hopefully we can keep our head up in that game as well. I mean, this team is pretty much an even team when it comes to height. I mean, they have a really great team on Cardinal Ritter tonight, Ragonier. I mean, she's averaging 15.6 points per game, and we really just got to contest every shot that she can. And hopefully we can get her in foul trouble and rebound the ball, box out, and get that win.
Well, one thing we are going to see tonight, Roncalli was very successful the few times they did pressure Cathedral full court and turning them over. So I think we're going to see more pressure full court. Kate Lehner and Emma Halter, 2 players that you equate, Christian, with speed and quickness. They're going to start tonight to try and spearhead that press.
Yeah, obviously you said have Kate Lehner take the advantage as well. She's really fast, so we really hopefully get a full court press in, pressure them, get them much turnovers as much as we can, and get a big lead and get that win.
Well, but prior to today's game, we caught up with acting head coach Jason Sims to get his thoughts on the game on Saturday as well as the matchup tonight against Cardinal Ritter. Here was that conversation. We're here with acting head coach Jason Sims as Roncalli's Royals taking on Cardinal Ritter tonight, to night before Thanksgiving game. First of 2 this weekend. Royals will be at Center Grove on Saturday. Before we get into the matchup today, Jason, let's go back to last week. 11-point loss at Cathedral on Saturday, but the team came back twice from 19 down to cut it to 10. That very easily could have been a 25 or 26-point loss if your team went away. What do you and the coaching staff see from your team in that second half?
Well, we talked at halftime of that game and felt like we needed to find an identity, and I think we found that identity. We're going to pick people up 84 feet, pressure, really get in people's face and make it hard for them to score. And I thought the girls did a great job. We outscored Cathedral by 5 points and came out of that feeling a lot better as a group.
I don't know what the percentage was. We talked with Coach Gray after the game. It had to have been north of 30%. When you pick them up full court, you turn them over. But part of the rub there, to turn them over and set that full court, you got to make shots.
Absolutely, and we've talked about that. We spent the last 2 days really shooting a lot of shots, talking about what great shots look like and how we can get to the basket a little better. We've got to take great shots, not good shots, and that's what's going to be our focus. It's been our focus the last 2 days. We've got a couple numbers in mind tonight that we're looking at that we've kind of set the goals for ourselves, so we'll see what we can do tonight.
How do you feel the team has progressed from game 1 to game 3 in terms of the quality of shots you're getting?
Well, the quality's getting better. I think early we didn't have roles established. I think we've been working on that. I think right now we've come up with what's going to be a strong rotation each game, and I think that's going to help. We're getting players in the right spots, getting them where they can be successful, and I think that's going to help a lot.
Well, you led me to my next question, which Coach Gray had mentioned that with this new group, it was going to take some time to find it and figure out what the rotation is. How much closer are you to that, you think?
I think you'll see a very organized rotation tonight. Something that we talked about this weekend. I think something going forward. We feel like we know what we want to do, how we want to do it. Now that could change from time to time when you're playing teams a little bit bigger versus teams a little bit quicker. But right now we change the lineup a little bit tonight so we can put a little pressure on. We've got 2 Division I athletes on our team. We're going to utilize their athletic ability and see if they can show some of these young girls how to compete and how to be a mature player.
Cardinal Ritter, the opponent tonight, they come in 1-5, another young team trying to find its way. What do you see from them?
Well, they are very well coached. He does a nice job in his 3-2 zone. He gets them in the right places. I think they're a lot like we are right now. They're kind of searching for that third scorer. Right now they have the Wagner girl on Webb, and they do a really nice job. We're going to have to know where Wagner's at all times. But they are just searching for their identity, but very well coached. They know what they want to do, and they do it well.
Roncalli taking on Cardinal Ritter tonight here at the Vinny, night before Thanksgiving. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
That's Roncalli acting head coach Jason Sims. We're back after this on the Roncalli Media Network.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back!
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA. High school football fans, welcome back to Friday nights, to pure spirits, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back!
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
Schedule online anytime.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
It's supported in part by the Roncalli High School Alumni Association. To get involved or help support the Roncalli High School Alumni Association, call Aaron Hommel at 317-787-8277 extension 242. The Alumni Association is proud to support the Royals.
Rob Brown, Christian Sandoval back with you at the mini St. Vincent Gymnasium on the campus of Roncalli High School. Roncalli and Cardinal Ritter hooking up in girls basketball for the 55th time. Christian, this is amazing. Roncalli is 50-4 all-time against Cardinal Ritter. Royals have won 38 straight. They did not play this matchup last year. Cardinal Ritter had some COVID issues in their program. They were not able to get the game rescheduled. The last time Cardinal Ritter beat Roncalli in girls basketball was across the parking lot at the Bishop Chartrand Gym. That was on December the 18th, 1986.
Wow.
A 61-59 Cardinal Ritter win. That game was so long ago, I was in high school. That's how long ago that game was.
Man.
So certainly, Christian, this is a game on paper that you would think that the Royals would be heavily favored. But as we've talked in games past, sometimes those are the most dangerous games where you take for granted what you think the result is going to be.
Yeah, I mean, you have to come in that mindset with that winning mentality. You can't just come in and say, oh, we're going to win this game. You just got to knock them out. You're always thinking that you're going to win this, but we just really got to try our best and defend this team. I mean, they could pull an upset. You never know, and we got to get that first win tonight at home with CYO night as well. So we just got to get a good win mentality and get that win.
This is the first of two this holiday weekend for this Royal Ball Club. Roncalli will be back at it. A unique 10 a.m. start time on Saturday. We'll be on the road down at Center Grove. That'll be an audio only on RoncalliMediaNetwork.com. Again, a 10 a.m. start for the matchup with Center Grove. Center Grove idle until that game, so they'll come in at 3-4. All four of Center Grove's games have been losses by 5 points or less, and certainly an interesting angle to that Center Grove game, Christian, on Saturday is Center Grove's leading scorer is Savannah Bischoff, who played here at Roncalli last season.
Yeah, I mean, really, we just got to we pretty much know how Savannah Bischoff, her mechanics work, so we really just got to study how she plays and just get where she turns the ball most of the time and get her in much turnovers and get her into foul trouble and get a win much easier. I mean, Center Grove is a pretty tough team, so really just got to get some good shots in there, like I said, and get her in foul trouble, do as much as we can, and hopefully we can get that win.
Well, looking at tonight's matchup, get a feel for some of the things that you're going to keep your eye on. Certainly the name that jumps off the stat sheet for Cardinal Ritter is the senior Kelsey Wagner.
Yeah, I mean, she's averaging, as I mentioned, 15.6 points per game, and she's a really, really good free throw shooter. So we really got to just focus on her not getting in as much as in the free throw line as much as we can, as well as three-point shooting. I mean, she went 9 for 23 for 3. I mean, we can really just have to try our best and contest her three-point shooting and just try our best to get her in foul trouble.
Well, the thought would be that Ritter may have trouble scoring tonight. They average only 35 points a game, and Olivia Webb, the senior who's their second leading scorer, that's almost 8 points a game. She is injured and not playing tonight. So really, you would imagine, Christian, that Wagner's going to have to carry the real bulk of the load tonight.
Yeah, she's really going to have lots of pressure on her shoulders, take her team, lead her team to that victory. And, I mean, we're pretty much averaging – Roncalli's averaging 36.7, so we're 1 point on top against Cardinal Ritter, and we can hopefully change that tonight and turn that to 40, hopefully.
Well, we're going to take our second and final break here on this Lauken Veldoff Funeral Services pregame show. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineup for tonight's game. It's CYO night. Great crowd here at the Vinny on this night before Thanksgiving. We'll step out for a couple minutes, and when we come back on the other side, we'll have the lineup and the tip for tonight's game between 0-3 Roncalli and 1-5 Cardinal Ritter. That's next in 2 minutes.
As a teacher, it was my scientific demonstrations that kept so many students after school. Most will say it was the electric ignition for cars that was my greatest contribution. But my wife would argue it was the invention of Freon refrigerant for air conditioning. I'm a pioneer, and my name is Charles Kettering. Find your calling at Marian University's new Witchker School of Engineering. Pioneers wanted.
We're so thrilled to have Peyton Manning's name on our children's hospital. But we are a hospital designed for kids.
And then the halfback went in motion and then ran a slant route across the middle. Try to get a linebacker isolated on. I like this beat. It's nice. Give me some more bass. A little more bass here. These are nice. Wish they had them at the adult hospital next door. I think I'm gonna make this giraffe green.
That's crazy.
Might be right. Let's go red right, scat right, 585, wide drag. On two. Ready? Break. Nice ride. Y'all have these in blue? Can you hear this?
There's only one Peyton Manning Children's Hospital, offering world-class compassionate care for your child. Schedule primary ER or specialist care online.
Thanks, Peyton. We've got this.
Oh, okay. That's where they go.
You're good at basement basketball.
We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
Every day we go farther, try harder, and do things others think are impossible. But for people who are passionate about what they do, it's normal. At Ortho Indy, we make sure of it. As the largest sports medicine group in Indiana and the official orthopedic provider for the Pacers, our specialists work to treat your injury from diagnosis to recovery and get you back in the game. Because you were built to perform. Ortho Indy Sports Medicine, helping you get normal back, whatever your normal looks like.
Melissa Matthews, 5'6", a senior, averaging 2 points per game. Second guard, Davy Small, 5'6", a junior, averaging 2.5 points a game. Emma Hunt, the third guard, 5'9", a senior, averaging 2 points per game. On the front line, Evelyn Buck, 5'10", a sophomore, averaging 1.5 points per game. And Kelsey Wagner, the 5'9", senior, leading scorer, 15.6 points per game, her average. Joe Sanford, in his first year, longtime JV coach, taking over the head seat, assisted by Jennifer DeJean. Cardinal Ritter with 9 in the scorebook tonight. Roncalli dressing 15 tonight. A little bit different look to the starting lineup. 3 in the backcourt. Actually, it's a 4-guard lineup tonight. Emma Halter gets her first career start. 5'5", the senior, averaging 4.5 points per game, coming off a 9-point effort Saturday afternoon at Cathedral. Kate Lehner also gets her first start. 5'5", the senior, averaging 2 points per game. Claire Lindsay in the backcourt, 5'7", a sophomore, averaging 3 points per game. Sydney Horton, 3-year starter, the 5'8" junior, averaging 13.5 points per game. Team's leading scorer coming off a career-high 19 points on Saturday. And Ansley Bishop in the middle, the 5'10" junior, averaging a point per game and a team-best 5 rebounds per game. Acting head coach Jason Sims tonight leading the Royals. Sims back in the early 2000s was 3 years the head man at Eminence with a 54-12 record, assisted by Rachel Parker, Morgan Clifford, and Ladarius Mathis. Roncalli clad in the all-whites with the red numerals and lettering. Red trim with the royal blue accents. Tonight's officials, a good crew. Shane McCallan's our crew chief out there with Mike Nicholson and Steve Cox. Royals going left to right, away from our vantage point in this first half. It's by the Raiders. Man-to-man to start with for Roncalli. Small handles out front. Halter draws the defensive Simon on Wagner. Interesting matchup there, Christian, as Wagner's got a 4-inch height advantage in that matchup. Wagner takes the pass, dribbles into traffic, lost the handle, poked free by Lehner. Here she comes on a head pass to Horton, and a dangerous pass ahead to Bishop that wasn't there, but fortunately for Roncalli, Ritter knocked it off the end line, and Roncalli keeps it. Baseline right under the hoop, Lindsay on the trigger, and the corner, Bishop. Right arc, Horton. Lindsay curling in the paint, turning, shooting, missed it hard off the board. Lehner got inside, got the rebound, put it up off the bottom of the backboard. She got in too deep, and the Raiders come the other way. 45 seconds in, we're scoreless. Great crowd here tonight. Lehner took it away. Just poked the dribble away from Small. Now brings it up the floor, left side. Down the baseline, runner up and in. Count it, put her on the line. Mike Nicholson's got a good basket and a foul on Melissa Matthews, her first and the team's first. Well, Claire Lindsay, Christian, very aggressive here early.
Yeah, really great defensive effort by the Royals so far.
Lindsay with 2 steals here in the first minute. Free throw up, free throw in. 3-point play completed for the sophomore Lindsay, and Roncalli on the board. 3-0. Full court pressure and timeout. Joe Sandifer wants a 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here. 1 minute in to this first quarter, and Roncalli leading 3-0.
When you sense flowers, put your trust into your local, family-owned Indianapolis flowers, Steve Flowers and Gifts. For efficient, secure, and dependable service, call 317-787-3431.
Well, we talked with acting head coach Jason Sims before the game, and one thing he mentioned, Christian, was in order to set up that full court pressure, you need makes or a dead ball, and Roncalli, after that make free throw, was able to set up that press.
Yeah, we really had something going there. As obviously we saw with the full court pressure, they're really causing more and more turnovers and making the game much easier.
Pressure out after the timeout by Roncalli, and Halter almost stole it away, but knocked it off the end line, and it stays with the Raiders. Joe Sandifer trying to get things organized in front of his bench as Raiders moving right to left across your dial here in this first half. Small high dribbling in the forecourt, hands to Wagner. Wagner ISO'd on the wing against Halter. Wagner yet to get a shot up, their leading scorer. Backs the dribble out. Bounce in the corner, and Lehner jumped the passing lane. Lehner up the left side quickly. High dribbling, and she got in too deep and traveled. And that's a case, Christian, where you almost want Lehner to give the ball up and then sprint and get it back.
Yeah.
And a foul in the deep backcourt on Roncalli, pressing a little too aggressively that time. Horton up tight on Matthews, has the foul, her first. Sydney's first and the team's first. 4 turnovers already forced by the Roncalli defense. Small's trapped in the backcourt. Poked free. Wagner's got it. Still have to get it across. Wagner's not even got it across the timeline yet, and does finally. A diagonal pass is broken up by Lehner, picked up by Bishop. She's on the run down the middle. Bounce to Lehner. Bishop trailing. Lindsay calls for her on the wing. Pull up long, too short. Rebound. Lehner sneaks inside and takes it. Out to Lindsay for 3. In and out. Rebound. Halter poked it free. Got it back. Kicks it out to Horton. She'll tee one up. That's long. Right to Lehner. Air ball laid in. 5-0 the score.
This is a good pressure by Emma Halter here. She's putting really good pressure on Wagner.
Buck on the pull-up after the pressure's broken. She's too hard with the 12-footer. And the rebound, a tie-up between Matthews and Lindsay. And the arrow goes to Roncalli. I think, Christian, the thing that stands out here early is Roncalli's activity level on defense.
Yeah.
Has been off the charts.
The defense and the pressure, especially him a halter guarding Wagner right now, is incredible.
I'm not sure Wagner's attempted a shot yet.
Yeah.
5-0 the score. Roncalli on top. 3-2 zone shown by the Raiders. Wagner floating a little bit on that right side. Roncalli hit 9 threes on Saturday at Cathedral. Yet to hit one so far tonight. Lindsay shovels to Halter. Ball reversed out front. Horton. Volleyball line 3 is short. Rebound chased down in the corner. Roncalli can't get to it. And it goes out of bounds to the Raiders. 5-0 our score. Full-scale subs rolling in for Roncalli. That's one short of a line change. Sydney Horton stays in, but Josie Orger's come on, the 5'9 junior, as has Taylor Turk, 5'7 sophomore. Ainsley Newitt, the 5'7 senior, and Jordan Hendricks, the 5'7 junior. Horton poked it free, it rolls right to Orger. Horton hits it ahead to Newitt, trailing his Turk, steps into a 3. Too strong off the back of the rim. Rebound knocked to the deck. It goes right to Hendricks. She lays it up, and it trickled off the rim. Knocked off the inline by Orger. That's one thing I think we're going to see a lot of substitutions early, Christian. Play fast and then bring 4 and 5 new bodies in every couple minutes.
Yeah, conserve that energy.
Horton steals the inbounds pass. Now she's left alone for 3. That's short. Rebound picked up by Orger. At the top of the circle. Horton drives it, takes it to the rim, puts it up, it rolls off. She got a great look. Just couldn't find the bottom. Here comes Wagner looking for her first points. Leading scorer on the team, averaging 15.5. Knocked free. Orger's got the loose change. Here comes Horton, and a timeout called by Jason Sims. 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here. 4:30 to go in quarter number 1, and Roncalli leading Cardinal Ritter 5-0.
Indy Teledata is a business partner aiming to maximize technology investments in businesses and organizations in central Indiana. They take the time to learn about your business so they can provide affordable and strategic solutions. To learn more, call Steve today at 317-231-5547.
That's Christian Sandoval. Great crew with us tonight. Of course, Andrew Mason handling our stats as always. Lucas Mathias, Jonathan Jen Jaffron on the cameras. Lucas Griffin, our technical director. Elliot Borders handling our graphics. And Robert Story with the replays tonight. 5-0 the score. 4.5 minutes to go. First quarter, Roncalli on top. Left side, Turk. Out front, Hendricks. Horton's open in the corner. And Ted Tax swings to Hendricks up top for 3. Bang! She got it. First Roncalli 3 of the night comes from Jordan Hendricks. That's her 4th of the season. And it's 8-0. Roncalli pitching a shutout. Turk harassing. Oh! Wagner. Roncalli gambled for a steal. Ball swung in the corner. Baseline jumper is up and in by Emma Hunt. First 2 of the game for Cardinal Ritter. Comes from the senior Hunt from the corner. On the wing. Hendricks again. Bang! She got it again. 2 in a row for Jordan Hendricks. Baseball pass behind the play. Wagner got behind the defense, missed the layup with Newitt in pursuit, and Turk hustling back has the rebound. Turk the other way. Finds Hendricks, same spot. Bang! She got it again! Jordan Hendricks 3 in a row!
Unbelievable.
Jordan Hendricks is a flamethrower.
On fire.
What's the call? Well, we thought there was a timeout called. It looked like Joe Sandifer called time. So both benches congregated. Mike Nicholson said no timeout. Okay.
Oh.
So Mike Nicholson thought there was going to be a timeout called. Joe Stanifer got up from the bench in front of the Ritter bench as if he was going to call a timeout. He did not, so we'll play on. Jordan Hendricks is at 3 straight threes. Claire Lindsay stepped in during that stoppage. Ritter has yet to substitute. And the ball poked loose from behind by Lindsay. Claire's got it back. Try to bounce it in traffic to Hendricks. Over to Lindsay. Roncalli resets. Turk tries a three. That's too strong to the right. Rebound is tap free, but Turk runs it down. Now she's down the baseline. Working her way there and draws a foul. At the rim on Hunt. And Taylor Turk shoots two with 3:06 left in the first quarter. Taylor 2 for 3 on the young season from the line. The sophomore, first one up, first one in. Rattles good. I think one thing that I've liked here early, Christian, Roncalli recognized that Hendricks is the hot hand and they got her the ball. So often you see that at so many levels, even at the pro level.
Yep, exactly.
Teams don't recognize who the hot hand is. Turk hits them both at 16-2. Full court pressure applied. Wagner into a double team. Lindsay a little aggressive on the reach, called for the foul in the deep backcourt. That's Claire's first and the team's second. 3:02 left, quarter number one. Roncalli leading 16-2. Baseball pass near half court. Hunt comes down with it. Now she dribbles into forecourt and waits for reinforcements. Wagner out between the circles. Turk turns her to the right. The trap is waiting there with Lindsay. Newitt poked the ball free in the backcourt. Wagner goes to get it. Ball loose, and it rolls out of bounds. Right to me. I don't get to touch the basketball too often. Tori Candler's come on for Roncalli. First time we've seen her tonight. Aubrey Silcox is in, as is Anna Dressman. Lindsay, right side three. That's off the front of the rim. Rebound is tapped loose and scooped up by Small. Candler couldn't jam on the brakes and runs into her for the foul. First foul on Candler, third on Roncalli. Roncalli has played 12 players in this first quarter. 15 available tonight. On the inbounds, they find Wagner at the high left. She's pressured by Dressman. That's another underrated defender, Christian, Anna Dressman. See what she does on Wagner. Wagner gets by Silcox, missed the scoop, rolled off the rim, and we got a rebounding foul on Newitt. That's her first and the team's fourth. Matthews inbounding, baseline left. Wagner at the left arc, played by Dressman. Gets a screen. Lindsay on a nice switch. No space for Wagner. Matthews down the lane, dribble the ball at the foot. It's loose on the floor. Newitt is tied up with Buck, and it stays at the visiting end. With 2:04 left here in the first. 16-2 our score. Roncalli on top. Matthews looking. Bounce to Buck, or Hunt rather. Now Wagner. Backs out the dribble, looks toward the bench to see the play call. Wagner, Christian, more than a little frustrated. She's not been able to get in the scorebook yet.
Yeah, the amount of pressure Roncalli is putting on her is incredible. Well,
she drills, just when I say that, she drills a contested 15-footer. Silcox played pretty good defense there. Inside 100 seconds to go, first quarter, 16-4 the score, Roncalli on top. Kate Lehner will step in at the next opportunity. Lindsay, pull up on the baseline is short. Matthews is all over the rebound. Here comes Wagner in the forecourt, picked up at the volleyball line by Dressman. Fanned wide, now Wagner down the baseline, flipped up but no good. And Silcox rebounds the runner and is fouled. That's Wagner's foul, her first, and the team's third. And Wagner's gotten to the rim a couple times and had a couple good looks.
Yeah, she hasn't been able to finish.
Lehner's back in for Lindsay for Roncalli. 1:17 left here in the first quarter. Roncalli on top. Down the block, Candler posting out the double team. Finds Dressman. Over to Newitt in the corner. Out to Silcox. No space to shoot. Back out to Lehner. Nice pass to Candler on a cut. And Candler laid it in. First two of the night for Candler. It's 18-4. Wagner beats the pressure. Knew it hustled back. Now Wagner down the baseline. Out of the double team finds Small. Fans it back to Matthews, who banks in a long two out front. Melissa Matthews, her first two. 18-6 our score. Roncalli on top, final 30 seconds of the first quarter. Silcox tries a three. That's off the back of the rim. Rebound is knocked loose. Matthews has it. And Hunt's outlet pass is deflected by Candler. Candler saves it, goes flying into the bench. We got a tie up on the floor, and Roncalli's got the arrow. Silcox tied up, but that was a hustle of Tori Candler there.
Yeah.
That should be Roncalli ball. That's Roncalli's arrow. (13 and 8/10 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Lehner at the point. Left side, Dressman. Over to Silcox. And she traveled. 7 and 9/10 left. Full court pressure by Roncalli. It's been very effective in this first quarter. Wagner inbounding, looking, and 5 seconds, she didn't get it in. Well, that's how you get it back, to get one more shot up. 7 and 9/10 seconds left. Here in the quarter, Roncalli up 18-6. Lehner, Dressman left arc. Silcox, Lehner, three on the way, long, rebound, run down the corner, and that'll do it. So an 18-point first quarter, Roncalli's highest first quarter output of the season. It's 18-6 in favor of the Royals as we head to quarter number 2. Stay tuned. It's Around the Bend next in 30 seconds on the Roncalli Media Network.
Every day we go farther, try harder, and do things others think are impossible. But for people who are passionate about what they do, it's normal. At Ortho Indy, we make sure of it. As the largest sports medicine group in Indiana and the official orthopedic provider for the Pacers, our specialists work to treat your injury from diagnosis to recovery and get you back in the game, because you were built to perform. Ortho Indy Sports Medicine, helping you get normal back, whatever your normal looks like.
Rob Brown, Christian Sandoval back with you. We head to quarter number 2. Roncalli on top, 18-6 over Cardinal Ritter. Jordan Hendricks with 3 3-pointers off the bench to lead Roncalli with 9 points. 3 different Ritter players with 2 points apiece. And certainly, Christian, one of the numbers that jumps off in that first quarter is Roncalli forced 9 Cardinal Ritter turnovers in that first quarter.
Yeah, the pressure that we got in the first quarter was incredible. If we keep doing this throughout the whole game, we are guaranteed a victory here, and especially when we're doing a full court press, they really don't know who to pass the ball, and Wagner can't really get a shot up, so it's looking good so far.
Wagner, our statistician Andrew Mason tells us that Wagner has 5 of those 9 turnovers, so certainly signifies her frustration level right now. Not able to get going. She has but 2 points. And on a double team, they try to force it into her, and Lehner overplays, knocks it free. Bishop bounced a pass too far off the end line and out of bounds. Orger's back in. Stella Campbell coming in. That's the first sub of the night for Cardinal Ritter. Campbell, number 31, for those of you watching along with us. Roncalli begins the second quarter with Lindsay, Lehner, Halter, Horton, that's 4 starters, and Orger. Matthews, Wagner, Campbell, as Horton knocks it free on the far side. Who's got it? We got a foul in the scrum. Hunt and Buck, the 5 on the floor for Cardinal Ritter. That foul's on Lindsay, her second. Hendricks is back in, as is Bishop. Orger and Lindsay have a seat. Ritter ball after the Roncalli foul. Far side Matthews trying to get it in, and Buck able to get it. Gives back to Matthews down the baseline. She dribbles into a double team, cut off. Now Wagner had it knocked free by Lehner. I think one of the things that's so effective, Christian, right now is Roncalli is just throwing multiple defenders at Wagner.
Yeah, the double teaming and the poking the ball away.
Matthews trying to get it in. Horton knocked it free, but it goes out of bounds. And the other thing is that they're rotating every couple possessions. Like it's Lehner right now. It'll probably be Halter here in a couple possessions, just keeping that defender fresh.
Yeah, that's keeping up switch. Saving that energy.
And another steal. Halter steals it away, hits it ahead to Bishop. Bishop all the way to the goal, scoops it up too strong. Hendricks rebounding, turns, shoots, missed the shot at the rim. Couldn't get over the front of the rim, but she was fouled. And she shoots 2. As that foul is on Campbell, her first, and the team's 4th. Play by Horton. That's 2 on Horton. And the 6th foul on Roncalli. So the next foul by the Royals will be a bonus situation for Ritter the rest of the way. And Hendricks steals the inbounds pass. Finds Halter for an open spot up. Good. Emma Halter on the right wing knocks it down, her first 2, and it's 22-6. Wagner can't get it in, 5 seconds. It's the second 5-second violation that Roncalli's defense has crafted here. Quick inbounds, Halter. Driving kick to Hendricks, another right side 3. Bang! She got it again! 4 in a row for Jordan Hendricks. And it's 25-6. And on the inbounds, we've got a jump ball, and the arrow favors Roncalli. Turk tying up Wagner. Turk inbounding baseline left. Lehner at the left arc, looks for a curler. Now Halter. Bishop drives, puts up the runner too strong. Got her own rebound. No, Turk got the rebound. Turk pivoting, shooting, and scoring.
Great footwork.
That's good patience, good footwork. Exactly right. Turk has 4. We've got a Roncalli foul at the timeline. That's a 1-and-1. It's team foul 7. Halter takes the foul, her first, team 7. And I think, Christian, to some extent, as Anna Dressman steps in, Melissa Matthews will shoot the 1-and-1. You don't mind fouls where you're being aggressive.
Yeah.
with this defense.
Yeah, this defense is really, really putting the pressure on Cardinal Ritter right now.
Matthews couldn't get the kick on the free throw, and Bishop with a nice block out takes the rebound to Lehner. 9-0 Roncalli run to start this second quarter, and the lead is at a game-high 21, set 27-6. Turk to Lehner, swung to Dressman at the arc. Dressman puts up the runner, missed it. Rebounded by Hunt. Here comes Wagner in the forecourt trying to find some space, and Lehner chases her to the baseline. Wagner out of the double team, out front to Matthews. She dribbled into traffic and threw it right to Turk. Turk up the left side with Small in pursuit to the basket, put it up and put it in. Turk has 6 off the bench. Jason Sims wants a timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll go ahead and take a break as well. Our last break here in the first half. 29-6 the score. 5:39 to go first half. Royals on top. We're back in 30 seconds on the Roncalli Media Network.
Do life, not laundry. Milto Cleaners.
Brown Christian Sandoval back with you at the Vinny on the campus of Roncalli High School. Hope your Thanksgiving Day plans are all set and ready to go. You all set for tomorrow, Christian?
Yep, ready to some turkey.
I will be wearing sweatpants tomorrow, so I can go back for seconds and thirds.
Yep.
That's the move tomorrow.
Leftovers, too.
Yep. Oh, yeah, Friday's definitely leftovers day.
Yeah.
Out of the timeout, Ritter basketball. 11-0 Roncalli run to start this second quarter. Josie Origer to the top. Roncalli showing a zone trap for the first time tonight. And Origer ties up Matthews. Arrow stays with Ritter. But that's an interesting twist. I don't think Ritter was anticipating that out of the timeout.
Yeah, the double team we had Wagner there was incredible. It was good defense right here.
That half-court trap, that's the first time Roncalli has shown it tonight. Small to Wagner. Wagner stumbling and turn, and Hendricks jumped the passing lane. Errant pass, and it was deflected by Hendricks. Stays at this end. (29-6). Roncalli on top. 5:10 to go first half. Small. Ball swung to Wagner. Halter forces her to the arc. Small tries a three. That's short off the front of the rim, but Matthews is there to rebound and couldn't finish, but fouled on the attempt and shoots 2. Second foul on Halter. 8th team foul, but Matthews fouled in the act, shoots 2. With 5 minutes even to go here in the half.
When we had Small with the ball, it was incredible. Just boom. Immediately it was a double team. They just had a pass and took a bad shot there. But we really have to try our best not to get them in foul trouble and box them out and rebound.
So Candler has a seat, or Candler's back in, beg your pardon, as is Newitt. Halter with 2 fouls checks out, as does Hendricks. Rebound took an extra skip on the rim, and Origer couldn't get control before she stepped out of bounds, so it stays at the Ritter end. 4:58 left here in the half. 29-6 to score. Wagner, a long volleyball line three is good. Her first 3 of the night, and that's the first time all night, Christian, that she's had space to shoot.
Yeah.
And she had to go 22 feet out to do it. Candler reverses to Newitt. Ball swung to Hendricks, corner 3. That's short, but she was fouled and shoots 3. Hendricks with a career-high 4 3-pointers in this first half. She's made 4 in a row. She was fouled by Buck on the closeout, and Hendricks shoots 3. She's tied her career high, and it's not even halftime yet. free throw up, free throw in. That's a new career high for Jordan Hendricks. 15 points off the bench in this first half. She's got 2 more. Fouled in the act, shooting the right wing 3. On the way and good. Lehner thought it was a 2-shot foul. She went scrambling in there to grab that rebound. 1 more for Hendricks. On the way and good. You don't see Christian very often when it's a 3-shot foul, a player makes all 3.
Yeah, I mean, really, Cardinal Ritter's really just desperate to get the ball, and they're really just rushing it, and just hopefully, like that.
Deflected pass. Wagner couldn't grab it, and it's out of bounds. Turnover forced by the deflection of Origer. 32-9 the score. Roncalli with a 14-3 advantage here in this second quarter. Lehner got away with a double dribble. In the corner, Candler tries a 3. That's long off the back of the rim. Rebound rainbows out to Lehner. Finds Hendricks. Hendricks can't get to her spot. Origer down the lane. Shot partially blocked. She got her own rebound. It's blocked from behind and a foul called. There's Shane McAllen's got there. A foul on Hunt. Her second, team 6. Origer was fouled in the act, so she shoots 2. First one on the way, good, rattles home. First point for Origer. Roncalli came in shooting 57% from the free throw line. And the Royals are 9 for 9 tonight.
100%.
Turk, Silcox, and Dressman come in. Dressman wants to come in for Origer, so she has to wait. 33-9 the score. 1 more for Origer. Free throw up, free throw in. Royals are a perfect 10 for 10 from the line so far tonight. 34-9 the score. Roncalli on top. Turk, Newitt, Silcox, Dressman, and Candler. And Dressman steals it away. Dressman up the right side, dribbling through the traffic, can't find the handle, kicks it off the end line. And the turnover gives it back to the Raiders. No need to be in a hurry.
Nope.
With this 25-point lead. Left side, Matthews is open for 3. That looked good when she let it go, but it rattled out. Dressman has the rebound, hits it ahead to Silcox. She's up the right side, puts it off the board too strong. Dressman flew in, couldn't get the handle on the rebound. Matthews to the floor and a tie-up. Stays at the Roncalli end with 3:38 to go in the half. Candler inbounding, baseline right. Ball flung out to Taylor Turk at the high right. Jason Sims calls out the play he wants. Silcox picked up her dribble. Out front, Dressman. She drives, cut off. Out to Turk for a 3. Too strong off the back of the rim. Candler snuck in, had it for a moment. Poked off the inline by Buck. It stays with Roncalli. Lehner is in for Silcox. 3:19 left in the half. Candler. Turk looked at the 3. In the lane, spinning. Missed the shot, but drew a foul. And shoots 2. Couple different possessions tonight, Christian. Turk has shown some really impressive footwork.
Yeah, the footwork she's showing is incredible. And then also on the free throw line as well. Is just amazing.
Turk with 6 points tonight. Shoots 2 here. Free throw up, free throw in. Colley's 11 for 11 from the line. Silcox is right back in the game. She got some quick instruction. And she's back in the fold. 35-9 the score. 17-3 Roncalli advantage in the period. That free throw rattles out by Turk. First miss of the night for Roncalli after making 11 in a row from the line to start the game. Wagner played loosely by Turk. At the top, left side small. Takes the dribble back to the far side. Matthews. Bounce in the corner to Small. And the ball poked out of bounds by Turk. stays with the Raiders with 2:55 left here in the half. Wagner, the leading scorer tonight with 5. Has it at the high right. Bounce to Matthews. Back to Wagner. Looked at a 3. She drives, pulls up, shoots, and scores. Wagner's got a nice little pull-up game. Right side, Silcox for 3. Rims out. Rebound by Small. She goes to the floor and is tied up. Ball will stay with Cardinal Ritter.
We're showing a little signs of rush. We got to slow it down.
She stays with the Royals. Dressman, left side, Silcox for 3. That's long. Rebounds. Candler had it, but it got knocked free on the deck, rolling around. They rooted out the Turk. Newitt tries a 3. That's no good off the back of the rim. Rebound batted out to the perimeter, and Wagner. Roncalli hustling back. Wagner step back 3. That's way long, an air ball. Candler, though, can't collect it. That's off the inline, back to, or stays with Cardinal Ritter. Gabby Goodnight is in for the first time tonight, as is Natalie Lehner, the sophomore making her varsity debut, Natalie Lehner. Matthews on the baseline. Wagner, quick catch and shoot 3 off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Candler. Natalie Lehner at the point. 2 minutes to go, first half. 35-11 is our score. Dressman. Turk on the wing. Nice bounce by Lehner into Candler. She got in too deep, though, and shot it off the side of the backboard. Wagner slows up. Small. Looked at 3. Back to Wagner. Swung to Matthews on the wing. Back to Wagner out front. And we got an illegal screen. Illegal screen to call on Buck. Her second and the team 8th. She fouled Turk trying to get through that screen. 35-11 the score. Roncalli on top. 80 seconds left in the half. Dressman. Ball swung. Natalie Lehner tries 3. That's long, but an air ball right to Goodnight. She missed the putback. And here comes Wagner the other way for Cardinal Ritter. Ball deflected by Turk. Matthews has it. Back to Wagner. Pass too hard. Turk tried to cross it up. Ball rolls to Lehner. She'll go in. Lay it up short. Rebound hit off the inline. It goes back to Ritter. 55 and 4/10 seconds to go. 35-11 the score. Roncalli on top. Matthews. Wagner out front. Back on the wing to Matthews. Lehner's up tight. Both teams are over the foul limit. Ball deflects in backcourt. Wagner can go get it. 35 seconds to go here in the first half. Right side, Small. Ball poked by Lehner, by Turk in the backcourt. Matthews goes to get it. Active hands for the Royals in this first half. Small picked up her dribble at the arc against Dressman, and she double dribbled.
Turnover.
So Roncalli presumably will get the last shot here. 20 and 6/10 seconds left. Well, Jason Sims got up and told Candler to come get the ball on the inbound play, so she threw it into Lehner, and Lehner was going to walk over there to inbound it a second time. That's a travel. Small with 14 seconds, bumped and fouled with 13 seconds left. 1-1 for Small. 19 foul Roncalli, so that's the last 1-1 of the half. 13 seconds left. Small shoots a 1-1. Raiders are 0 for 3 from the line tonight. And we got a lane violation. It's a lane violation on Ritter. So that's a turnover. No free throw attempted. (35-11). 9 seconds to go. Dressman In the corner, Candler with 4. Candler. Ball stolen by Matthews. She'll dribble the other end, but she can't get a shot off. And that'll do it. So Roncalli in the quarter outscores Cardinal Ritter 17-5. And as a result, it's a 35-11. Roncalli lead here at the break. Beck Service Center halftime show right around the corner. Christian and I will step out for 60 seconds when we come back. Tell you all about this first half in 60 on the Roncalli Media Network.
We're so thrilled to have Peyton Manning's name on our children's hospital. But we are a hospital designed for kids.
And then the halfback went in motion and then ran a slant route across the middle. Try to get a linebacker isolated on him. I like this beat. It's nice. Give me some more bass. A little more bass here. These are nice. Wish they had them at the adult hospital next door. They have to make this giraffe green.
That's crazy.
Might be right. Let's go red right, scat right, 585, wide drag. On two. Ready? Break. Nice ride. Y'all have these in blue? Can you hear this?
There's only one Peyton Manning Children's Hospital, offering world-class compassionate care for your child. Schedule primary ER or specialist care online.
Thanks, Peyton. We've got this.
Oh, okay. That's where they go.
My father was my greatest inspiration. Born a slave, he would go on to form C.R. Patterson and Sons in 1865, building fashionable horse-drawn carriages. I saw the trend changing, and in 1915, I was the first African-American to start a car manufacturing company competing directly with Ford's Model T. I'm a pioneer, and my name is Frederick Douglass Patterson. Find your calling at Marion University's new Whitaker School of Engineering. Pioneers wanted.
The turnovers, we'll get to that number here in the second segment, but really the defense was the story in that first half.
Yeah, I mean, the pressure that we're putting on Cardinal Road tonight was incredible. I mean, when they had to pass in the ball, we really they get lots of turnovers, and we really just, especially when we had the ball, we had a few blocks in there, but not as much as like poking the ball, getting a steal in there, but we really just had to keep continuing that defense, and especially closing into the second half, or the first half, excuse me, Wagner and Small were really pump faking a lot, so we really have to try our best to not fall for those pump fakes, and they're really shooting more and more in the first half, so we really just put more pressure on Wagner as we did in the first half. So let's hope that we get some good energy in there and get that win, continue it.
35-11 is our score. Roncalli leads here at the break. We'll take our first break here on the Beck Service Center halftime show. We come back after this 2-minute pause. We'll run down tonight's first half scoring totals. Christian has those when we return in 2 minutes on the Roncalli Media Network.
Harding Porman is a full-service printing and brand communications company. From creative services and strategy to print, signage, digital output, warehousing and fulfillment, mailing, e-commerce.
My husband was the chief engineer on the most important project of our lives. When he became very ill, I stepped in. This work would change the world. Instrumental in its construction, I was the first person to cross the Brooklyn Bridge. I'm a pioneer, and my name is Emily Roebling. Find your calling at Marion University's new Whitaker School of Engineering. Pioneers wanted.
Every day, we go farther, try harder, and do things others think are impossible. But for people who are passionate about what they do, it's normal. At Ortho Indy, we make sure of it. As the largest sports medicine group in Indiana and the official orthopedic provider for the Pacers, our specialists work to treat your injury from diagnosis to recovery and get you back in the game, because you were built to perform. Ortho Indy Sports Medicine, helping you get normal back, whatever your normal looks like.
You're good at basement basketball.
We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
Rob Brown, Christian Sandoval back at the Vinny on the campus of Roncalli High School. Royals leading Cardinal Ritter tonight in girls basketball at the half, 35-11. Time to take a look at tonight's first half scoring numbers. Christian has those.
For Jordan Herrick's tonight, so far 16 points. We had Lindsay with 3, Lehner with 2, Orger with 2, Halter with 2. Then we had Turk with 7 and Candler with 2. We hit 4 threes in the first half, and we hit 11 for 12 free throw, which was 98%. And then for Cardinal Ritter tonight, Matthews with 2, Wagner with 7, and Hunt with 2. They only hit 1 3-point, which was provided by Wagner, and then we went 0 for 3.
Couple other numbers of note. Roncalli was 4 out of 14 from the three-point line in his first half. These numbers coming from our stat man, Andrew Mason. Cardinal Ritter just 1 out of 2, just 2 3-point attempted. Roncalli with a 16-11 rebound advantage. And Christian, the story of the night in that first half, Roncalli just 6 turnovers. Cardinal Ritter had 18 turnovers.
Yeah, the pressure that we're putting on Cardinal Ritter is just insane. Just the amount of we poked the ball away so many times. We've gotten rebounds so many times. We've, as I mentioned, stripped the ball and scored, especially Jordan Hendricks with going on a roll with a hot hand. 4 3-pointers, which is insane. So we just really hopefully we can get that, keep pushing that to the second half and continue that that lead.
Well, and I think the thing that Jason Sims is going to look for more than anything is just that the energy level stays where it was in that first half.
Yeah, I mean, so, as we mentioned in the first half, we switching players, getting them to different types of positions to defend and offense. So we really just have to conserve our energy, get back, not fall for any pump fakes, especially Wagner. So, I mean, she has 7 right now, but we just really have to try our best and continue and push.
Well, we'll take our second and final break here in the Beck Service Center halftime show. When we come back, third quarter around the bend. Royals lead Cardinal Ritter 35-11. We're back in 2 minutes on the Roncalli Media Network.
Dog services that put your pet first, from boarding, daycare.
Born to immigrants, our family was very close, supporting me when I left to serve on a submarine during the Korean War. Perhaps it was there I fully grasped the importance of personal mobility. But that was my key motivator in concepting the first portable cellular telephone for Motorola. I'm a pioneer, and my name is Martin Cooper. Find your calling in Marian University's new Witchker School of Engineering. Pioneers wanted.
Not laundry. Milto Cleaners.
on Saturday morning. 10 o'clock start for that one. Roncalli's girls taking on Center Grove. Good rivalry matchup. 10 o'clock. That's audio only here on RoncalliMediaNetwork.com. You can listen along from Center Grove. Busy Saturday for Center Grove. They're going to have the girls varsity game at 10 o'clock. Then they'll have a boys varsity game against Franklin Central immediately following. And then the 6A state football game downtown Saturday night.
Oh, man. Yeah, stacked schedule for them.
Cardinal Ritter ball to start this second half, moving left to right across your dial. Starting 5 on the floor for Cardinal Ritter. That's Wagner. Pass deflected. In the backcourt, it's loose near the timeline, and Lindsay steals it away. Shovels to Bishop. Bishop bounced to Horton. Put it up too strong. Bishop got the rebound. She's in traffic. Out to Halter for a step-back three. That's short. Rebound, Karam's out of bounds. But again, a Roncalli turnover forced to start this second half. Matthews, Buck, Wagner, Small, and Hunt out there for Ritter. Horton, Lehner, Halter, who almost steals it, and Matthews turns it over. Halter knocked it free. Matthews tried to grab it, and it squirted off the inline. Lehner, Halter, Lindsay, Horton, and Bishop, the 5 on the floor for Roncalli. Lindsay, now Halter. Left side, Horton, fake to 3. Dribbles into traffic, finds Lindsay. Lindsay through the traffic. Bounce to Bishop. Had to save the errant pass, threw it right to Matthews. Matthews up the floor. Small had it poked loose by Lindsay out of bounds. (35-11) the score. Matthews puts it in front of the Ritter bench. Wagner out between the circles, takes the dribble far side. Had it knocked loose. Turner shoots and draws a foul.
No.
Bishop contested and she fouled. First foul on Bishop. And that puts Wagner at the line. You mentioned at the top of the broadcast, Christian, she's a pretty good free throw shooter.
Yeah.
First one up and in, 77%er is Wagner. Cardinal Ritter has never led tonight. 8-0 Roncalli run to start the game. Wagner hits them both. 35-13 the score. Horton calls out the play. Left side, Lindsay. Over to Halter. Bounce to Horton for an open corner 3. That's off the rim. Rebound is tapped by Lindsay. Right to Halter, who scoops it up. Misses the short pull-up. Halter tries to save it, but it's out of bounds. Back to Cardinal Ritter. Halter ended up on the baseline in the CYO section there. CYO night, a lot of future Royals in the building in their team gear. 35-13 the score. Roncalli on top. 90 seconds into the third quarter. Wagner's 3 is way off, but the air ball rebounded by Matthews. Bounces to Wagner in the block. She's doubled. Pass down the baseline, knocked out of bounds by Horton. Hands have stayed active here, Christian, in this third quarter.
Yeah, they're really just, Cardinal Ritter is really rushing and just desperate to shoot the ball up.
Quick catch and shoot 3 by Wagner's long off the back of the rim, and the rebound picked up by Lehner. Horton, bounce to Bishop. Bishop in the lane, puts up the runner, good. Oh my. Was that a Dirk Nowitzki one-legged runner there? First 2 of the night for Bishop. 37-13. Wagner gets a high screen. Horton comes up to hedge it. Now Small wheels to the right side. Shoots a 3 that's way off. Rebound picked up off the floor by Lehner. She looks for an outlet. Halter got behind the defense. Bumps into Small, missed it too strong. Bishop kicks out to Lindsay for an open 3. Bang! She got it. First 3 of the night for Lindsay, and we've said so many times, Christian, oftentimes the best look at 3 is off an offensive rebound.
Yep.
Nice find by Bishop, and Joe Sandifer wants time. Full timeout called, 30-second time, or we'll take a 30-second break. 5:35 to go. Third quarter, Roncalli on top, 40-13. We're back in 30 on the Roncalli Media Network.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirits, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
Our score, Roncalli on top. 5:35 to go, third quarter here at the Ascension St. Vincent Gymnasium on the campus of Roncalli High School. Out of timeout. Small has it. Out front, Matthews fumbled it away, and Jordan Hendricks just into the game. Crashes into Matthews, commits the foul. That's Hendricks' first foul, team's second here in the half. Jordan Hendricks with a career-high 16 points in that first half. She leads all scorers. Actually, Roncalli's two top scorers so far tonight are Hendricks and Turk. Taylor Turk has 7. Both of those players off the bench tonight. Matthews hands to Wagner between the circles. Left side, Hunt. Lost the handle. On the floor, Hendricks has it. Lindsay calls for it. Outlet ahead, Bishop running the floor. Bishop power dribbling, fading, shooting, and couldn't get the roll in the 5-footer. Rebounded by Small. Roncalli comes with the trap. It's deflected. Buck got away with a walk. That's an over and back. She threw it back to Small, and Small had not yet cleared the timeline. Josie Origer's in for Bishop. First, second half action for Origer. She had 2 points in the first half. Lindsay. Ball reversed to Hendricks. And we got an offensive foul, legal screen away from the play by Lehner. First foul on Lehner, third on Roncalli here in the half. Lehner waits for Wagner at the timeline. Wagner has had to work for all 9 of her points tonight. Small out front. To the wing and Buck. Out front, Hunt to Matthews. Matthews. Wagner hands to Small. Hunt in the corner. Tried to force it into Buck, and the pass too low off her foot and out of bounds. Cardinal Ritter shows some full court pressure. Not seeing a lot of that tonight from them. Lindsay brings it up the floor, fires it ahead to Hendricks. Bounce over to Lehner. Lindsay, cross-court skip. Hendricks spots for a corner 3. That's short, but it goes right to Lehner. She couldn't get the roll. Got her own rebound on the miss and put it up and in.
Clean up the mess.
Kate Lehner at 5'5", grabbing a couple offensive rebounds there. She's got 4 in her first career start, and it's 42-13. Wagner. Buck in the left corner. Now Matthews. It's a Small going right. Buck top of the key. Wagner springs out left side. Lehner funnels her to the traffic in the lane, but a foul called on the way. Lehner called for the foul. Her second, and the team's 4th. Just subs waiting to come in after this first Wagner free throw. Up and in.
You got to be careful with those fouls. We don't want Wagner to be on the free throw line, especially since she's a good free throw shooter.
Ainsley Newitt's back in, as is Taylor Turk. And our first look at Maddie Roberts tonight, 5'6" sophomore off the bench for Cardinal Ritter. Wagner hits the second. She's 4 out of 4 from the line. 11 points. 42-15. Hendricks left alone for 3. That's an air ball short. Rebound grab by Roberts. Here comes Wagner. Turk plays her. Small drives, runner is off the rim. Knew it, can't grab it. And it's out of bounds off the inline. Stays at the Cardinal Ritter end. 3:13 left in the third. Matthews baseline right on the inbound. Looking. Swings it out. Turk taps it loose in the backcourt. But Roberts is first to it. Now Wagner up the floor, and Turk beaten to the spot. Called for the foul, her first, team fifth. Wagner inbounding right in front of the scorer's table. Gets it in, now Wagner gets it back. Wagner, bounce to Matthews, no space to shoot. Wagner's got open space in the lane. 12-footer rims out. Rebound taken away by Ritter. Roberts is in deep underneath the rim. Never got out of the lane. And Wagner's shot is missed and rebounded by Turk. Horton hits it ahead to Newitt. Down to Origer. Origer, great footwork. She missed the shot, though. Couldn't finish it. And rebounded by Ritter. Emma Halter about to head back in at the next opportunity. Small right side. In the corner, Roberts just into the game for the first time. Hunt out front, now Wagner. Dribbles to the right side, Roberts. Wagner pump fakes a three against Turk. Out front, Small. Step back over Newitt, three is too strong, and Hendricks, nice block out, has the rebound. Turk with it. Over to Hendricks. Ball reversed to Horton on the wing. Down the block, Orger in low. Flipped it up, flipped it in, and put her on the line. Josie Origer going to work. Hunt with the foul, her third. Team first. Silcox and Halter return for Roncalli. Horton and Hendricks have a seat. Origer has 4 off the bench. Trying to make it 5. 1:56 left here in the third. Origer sets, fires, that one's short. And the rebound tapped and grabbed by Wagner. 44-15. 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Small, right wing Wagner. Step back three, that's way short. Rebound loose on the floor, who's got it? Newitt, tried to outlet it. Shovels it to Halter. Back behind the play is Silcox. Silcox to the basket, put it up, put it in. Orger ran a little interference there. Silcox's first 2. 46-15 the score. Small at the left point. Over to Matthews. Matthews cut off on the baseline and fading, flips it up and in. That's a tough shot. Melissa Matthews with 4. 46-17. That was number 10, Matthews, on the bucket. Turk 3 out top. Off the back of the rim. Rebound, Halter fights forward. It rolls loose to Origer. We've got a tie-up. And the arrow stays at the Roncalli end. Candler returns, and we get our first look at Dania Moore for Cardinal Ritter. Dania Moore, 5'9" senior. .50 seconds to go, third quarter. Newitt at the elbow. Drives into traffic. Runner up too strong, drew the foul. And she shoots 2. Fouls on Buck, her third. Team second. Newitt trying to catch her breath here. She shoots these 2 free throws. First one up, no good. Roncalli 11 for 14 from the line tonight. 0 for 2 here in the second half. 45 seconds to go, third quarter. 46-17 is the score. Second one good for Newitt. Biggest lead of the night, 30. 47-17. 40 seconds to go, third quarter. Wagner to the wing against Turk. Shovels to Small. Right side to Roberts. And Wagner gets it back between the circles. Driving kick to Buck. Small driving right. Silcox came over with the help. Nice block out and rebound by Candler. Looking down ahead, Halter got behind the defense. She'll go in and lay it in with the right hand. Emma Halter with 4. It's 49-17. It's a 14-6 Roncalli advantage here in the third quarter. Final 7 seconds. Wagner down the lane, runner short. Rebounded by Candler. Outlet pass stolen. Small up for 3, almost banked it in. And that'll do it. So a 14-6 Roncalli advantage in the third quarter. We'll step out for 30 seconds and come right back. Fourth quarter around the bend next on the Roncalli Media Network.
Every day we go farther, try harder, and do things others think are impossible. But for people who are passionate about what they do, it's normal. At Ortho Indy, we make sure of it. As the largest sports medicine group in Indiana and the official orthopedic provider for the Pacers, our specialists work to treat your injury from diagnosis to recovery and get you back in the game, because you were built to perform. Ortho Indy Sports Medicine, helping you get normal back, whatever your normal looks like.
Rob Brown, Christian Sandoval back for the final 8 minutes here at the Vinny on the campus of Roncalli High School. Great crowd here tonight. Those of you watching along with us on the Roncalli YouTube channel, the Champions Network. A great crowd for a Wednesday night. It's one of the better, this is second full season in this new gym. First real non-COVID season. And it's one of the better girls basketball crowds we've had in here. It's the 16th home game in this gym for this girls basketball program. Ritter ball out of the quarter break, and they throw it away deflected into their own bench. And Joe Sandifer just looks to the skies and exhales deeply.
Great pressure there.
Lindsay Halter as Horton tries a corner 3. Bang! She got it.
There we go.
First 3 of the night for Sid. She hit 4, tied a career high on Saturday at Cardinal Ritter, and Ansley Bishop steals the inbounds pass. And we've got a running clock the rest of the way with a 35-point spread. First time we've seen that this year. Horton, pull up, baseline shot short, rebounded by Small. We've not seen that running clock. It's a new rule, Christian. Once the score gets to a 35-point margin, it's a running clock the rest of the way, stopping only for timeouts or injury. So we'll have that for this fourth quarter as the Royal lead is now at 35. Halter jumps the passing lane. Takes it to the other end, no number advantage, so she holds up. Bounce to Horton. Lindsay's open in the corner. She'll try a 3. Bang! She got it. Second 3 of the night for Claire Lindsay. And it's 55-17 timeout. Timeout called by Joe Sandifer. That's one of 2 ways to stop the clock, the other being an injury. We'll take a full timeout as well. 6:51 to go. Roncalli leads 55-17 on the Roncalli Media Network.
Schedule online anytime.
You're good at basement basketball.
We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
So far this season was 24. That was in the Zionsville game last Saturday. 2 Saturdays ago. 55-17 the score. Wagner. Pass deflected in the backcourt. Small can go get it. Now Small had it knocked free by Lindsay. Claire hustling to go get it. She ties up, and it's a Roncalli ball. So the hustle, Claire Lindsay forces a turnover. Christian, we've seen Roncalli players get on the floor more tonight than probably in the first 3 games combined.
Yeah, the hustle and pressure they're giving is incredible.
Horton's runner in the lane is no good, but she drove right into the chest of the defender and draws the foul. Eva Hurley about to make her varsity debut, the freshman, here in a minute after this first Horton free throw. Bucks the foul, her 14th third. Horton shoots 2. And Horton can't get the roll in the free throw. And Christian, you've played, and you've seen the effect of it. It's contagious. You get on the floor and you force a turnover. You see your teammates do it. You want to do it.
Yeah. Yep.
Horton's second free throw is off the rim. Rebound knocked off the inline. Last touch by Lindsay. Eva Hurley stepping in, number 55 for those of you watching along tonight. The freshman making her varsity debut. Played in the JV game earlier tonight, which Roncalli won 42-14. That's the JV Red squad. Wagner to Small, stumbling through the lane. Lost the handle, picked up on the floor by Horton. 3-on-3. Horton to Bishop, out to Hurley, open spot up, short. Rebound, Bishop fighting for it. We've got a tie up, and the arrow goes back to Ritter. Candler checking in, as does Lehner. (55-17). (55-17) the score. Cardinal Ritter with the ball. Running clock the rest of the way. It starts as soon as there's a 35-point lead. Wagner drives. Shot blocked by Candler, but a foul called. Clock does stop, though, on free throws and injuries and timeouts. Second on Candler, team 6. Wagner, that's her first miss of the night. She was 4 for 4 in the third quarter. 5:01 to go. Roncalli on its way to its first win of the season. Wagner hits the second. She has 12. 55-18. Hurley. So Natalie Lehner, who's in the game for the first time here in the second half. Candler doubled. Back out front, Lehner. Younger sister of Kate Lehner. Natalie, just a sophomore, handles the point. Turk brings it back up, wants to reset against this 3-2 zone. Hendricks over to Lehner with Small on her hip. Lehner almost turned it over. In the corner, Turk's open for 3. That's off the top of the backboard. Loose ball is collected by Wagner. Baseball ahead to Small. She gives to Wagner trailing. Pass deflected. Who's got it? Turk. Turk up the left side. Now crosses over. She'll go to the rim. Missed it. Hendricks has the rebound. She and Turk fight for it. And Hendricks flips it up and in. Jordan with a career high 18. Off the bench tonight. It's 57-18 the score. 39-point lead. Biggest of the night. Wagner's 3 is off the front of the rim. Rebound picked up off the floor by Lehner. Natalie Lehner. She's up the floor. Gives to Turk. Fakes the corner 3. Pull in. Long 2 is no good. Rebound crashing in. Hendricks. And she traveled on the baseline. I'll give it back to Cardinal Ritter. Clock running inside, 3:40 to go. Stella Campbell's back in for Cardinal Ritter, number 31. First time we've seen her here in the second half. Wagner, foul line pull up. Stayed on the front of the rim and rolled down. 14 for Wagner. 57-20. Lehner pull up in the lane, short on the front of the rim. Rebound knocked off the inline. Last touch by Roncalli. Gabby Goodnight, Aubrey Silcox, and Anna Dressman in for Roncalli. So presumably this would be the 5 the Royals will close the game with. Silcox, Hurley, Dressman, Natalie Lehner, and Goodnight. 2:40 left. Miko Sykes about to check in. Runner in the lane is missed by Cardinal Ritter, and Moore can't find the handle. So all 24 players in uniform tonight have seen the floor, with the 5'9" senior Miko Sykes stepping in. 57-20. Final 2 minutes and change here from the Vinny. Silcox to Dressman. In the corner, Natalie Lehner for a long two. That's short. Rebound. Natalie Lehner tried to get it, couldn't corral it. Off the end line, back to Cardinal Ritter. Running clock, 2 minutes to go. As soon as this game ends, we'll step out for a couple minutes, and we come back. We'll have all the particulars on the Steve's Flowers and Gifts postgame show. Roncalli has a foul to give. They do not any longer. Natalie Lehner's second foul. It's a 1-and-1 as team foul 7. Puts Moore at the line, shooting a 1-and-1. Cardinal Ritter is 4 out of 7 from the line here tonight. Moore's free throw is good. First point for her. 57-21. Second one up. That one way off to the right. Rebounded by Goodnight. Outlets to Lehner. Hurley, corner three, off the front of the rim. Rebound, nice block out by Wagner to seal Silcox away. Wagner, jumper right side, good. She's got some nice game, Christian.
Yeah.
Shoots it off the dribble. Final 1:15 from the Vinny. Once the running clock is initiated, it does not stop. So Cardinal Ritter has got it inside 35, but the clock will continue to roll. Dressman, nice bounce into Goodnight. The pass is too low. We got a tie up, and it stays at the Roncalli end. Sub back into the game. It's Small for Cardinal Ritter. Inside 50 seconds to go. Clock is running. Hurley on the baseline left. In the corner, Goodnight to get the ball out. Hurley drives to the basket. Runner up. Couldn't get the roll. Rebound knocked to the floor, picked up by Wagner. She looks at the clock with 25. Pull up from the foul line is off the rim. Rebound, Hurley one hands. Over to Goodnight. Goodnight over to Lehner. Jason Sims says no shot. Aubrey Silcox loads up a three. Rebounded by Goodnight. She missed the putback. And it's grabbed by Moore. Final 5 seconds. Hurley stole the inbounds pass. And Hurley turns and shoots on the baseline and scores. Jason Sims yelled no shot. Hurley went ahead and shot it anyway. And that'll do it. That'll do it. And the score settles up at 59-23 in favor of the Royals. Roncalli never trailed tonight, and as a result heads into Thanksgiving with its first win of the season. Stay tuned. We'll step out for a couple minutes. When we come back, we'll tell everything up, tell you all about it on tonight's Steve's Flowers and Gifts postgame show. That's next into on the Roncalli Media Network.
My father was my greatest inspiration. Born a slave, he would go on to form C.R. Patterson and Sons in 1865, building fashionable horse-drawn carriages. I saw the trend changing, and in 1915, I was the first African-American to start a car manufacturing company competing directly with Ford's Model T. I'm a pioneer, and my name is Frederick Douglass Patterson. Find your calling at Marian University's new Whitsker School of Engineering. Pioneers wanted.
With a runaway 59-23 win over the Cardinal Ritter Raiders. Let's take a look at how the game unfolded. Roncalli never trailed tonight. Starting the game on an 8-0 run, led 18-6 after one. The 11-0 Roncalli run to start the second quarter. Royals leading by as much as 26 in that first half, led 35-11 at the break, outscoring Cardinal Ritter 17-5 in the second quarter. In the third quarter, Royals led by as much as 32. That was the margin at the end of the quarter. 49-17 was the quarter score. 14-6 the Roncalli advantage in the third. Early in the fourth, on a three-pointer by Claire Lindsay, that triggered the running clock. As the lead got to 35, that's a new rule this year, and it was running clock the rest of the way. Roncalli's biggest lead of the night was 39. That was at 57-18. Halfway through the final quarter, Cardinal Ritter did outscore Roncalli 5-2 to close the game. It was a 10-6 Roncalli advantage in the final period, and again to win it 59-23. We'll get into the scoring totals and the stats here in the second segment of our postgame show, but Christian, very impressive. Roncalli dressed 15 players tonight. They all played, and 12 of them scored. Just it was impressive the way Roncalli shared the ball, and it was I think even more impressive that the effort was all the way through. There was not one player that didn't get on the floor tonight, give effort, and create turnovers.
Yeah, I mean, as we mentioned, the story tonight was the defense. The amount of pressure that Cardinal Ritter was put on tonight was incredible. I mean, as we mentioned, how many people they dived on the ball. They all contributed. They all made at least something on the stat sheet, and I mean, it's really just incredible job tonight from the Lady Royals, especially how I always mentioned that we were just diving and scoring the basket, out rebounding by a lot too as well. Especially Jordan Hendricks, she really stepped up tonight, and which really led a key factor tonight in the win.
Jordan Hendricks, the aforementioned, led all scorers. She had a career high 18 points off the bench, including a stretch in the first half when she hit 4 threes in a row. That's a career high as well. She was the only Roncalli player in double figures. Kelsey Wagner, Ritter's leading scorer coming in, she had a team-high 16. We're going to take our first and only break here in the postgame show. We'll step out for 60 seconds. When we come back, Christian will run down your game scoring totals. We'll get some stats from Andrew Mason as well. Talk about rebounding, turnovers, three-point shooting. Go through all that. We'll hand out our player of the game. I have a feeling who that might be. We'll do all of that when we return in 60 seconds on the Roncalli Media Network.
You're good at basement basketball.
We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
Christian Sandoval back for the final time tonight on the Steve's Flowers and Gifts post-game show. Cardinal Ritter falls to Roncalli tonight, 59-23, our final score. Let's take a look at the final scoring totals for this evening, and Christian has those.
For Hendricks tonight, she had 19, Lindsay with 9, Lehner with 4, Orger with 4, Silcox with 2, Emma Halter with 4, and then Sydney Horn with 3, Newitt with 1, Bishop with 2, Turk with 7, and Kaler with 2. We hit in total of we went 12 for 16 on free throws. We hit a total of 7 threes tonight. And then for Cardinal Ritter, we had Matthews with 4, Wagner with 16, and Hunt with 2. In total, free throws percentage to hit 6 for 11, and only hit 1 3 for Cardinal Ritter.
A couple other numbers of note. Roncalli, 7 of 27. These numbers coming from our stat man, Andrew Mason. Roncalli, 7 of 27 tonight from the three-point line. Jordan Hendricks had 4. Claire Lindsay hitting 2, and Sydney Horton 1. Cardinal Ritter 1 for 8 from the three-point line. Kelsey Wagner hit the Raiders only 3. Roncalli out-rebounding Cardinal Ritter tonight, 35-19. And that's significant. Christian, that's the first time this year that Roncalli has out-rebounded an opponent. That's going to be an issue all season long because of Roncalli's lack of size. You hope to kind of keep that even. But to be plus 16 tonight, after so far through 3 games, Roncalli was minus 20. So a plus 16 on the rebound is a huge win for Roncalli tonight.
Yeah, I mean, the best thing we could do when it comes to like a height disadvantage is box them out. I mean, tonight it was pretty much an even when it came to stat line for the heights, and we really showed it out tonight, demonstrated that we could out-rebound them, and got that win.
And Roncalli forcing 28 turnovers. That's an opponent season high. Roncalli had just 9. That's a season low for the Royals. So 2 good numbers there as well. Time now to hand out our player of the game, brought to us by Ortho Indy. And some great efforts tonight. Claire Lindsay had 9 points. That's a season high. Taylor Turk with 7 points off the bench. But, boy, Jordan Hendricks put on that was like an NBA 2K type shooting performance in that first half. 4 threes in a row, in or out to a career-high 18 points. No question, she's the player of the game tonight.
Yeah, off the bench as well is just incredible. Not even a starter yet, but it's just incredible. The amount of three-point shots she made consecutively was incredible.
Well, Hendricks, that's a great point that you mentioned. She did it off the bench tonight. She had started the first 3 games, and sometimes for big-time scorers, and Hendricks is a shooter. That's her main role in this team is to knock down shots. She'd struggled 3 out of 19 through the first 3 games, and sometimes you've seen this at the NBA level. I know you and I both watch a lot of NBA games. There are certain players in the NBA that are better coming off the bench where they can sit and kind of watch and get the flow of the game and watch a defense and figure out where their open spots might be and then come in the game and get in those spots.
Yeah, you study the game and figuring out how their spots are going, especially getting that wide open shot in and figuring out like what areas are the best shot not to shoot, and just try our best, as well as like for example, so really just have to try our best and like for example 3-point shot, get a good open 3-point shot, and just figuring out where the defender goes most of the time, and just get the 3-point shot.
Well, so Jordan Hendricks, the junior with career-high 18 points off the bench, she is tonight's Ortho Indy star of the game.
Ortho Indy is one of the most highly respected orthopedic practices in the Midwest. Ortho Indy provides leading-edge bone, joint, spine, and muscle care from multiple locations throughout central Indiana, while staying true to their mission and their patients. Call 317-802-2000.
Well, before we say goodnight here on the post-game show, we're going to be joined by acting head coach Jason Sims. We're going to get Coach's microphone all set up here in a moment, and we'll be ready to go. And now I think we're set. Okay, Coach, thank you for taking a few minutes. We were just talking about, we just handed out our player of the game, and we gave it to Jordan Hendricks, who had a career-high 18 points. We talked about how this was her first game this season coming off the bench. And you've seen it when you played, certainly at the collegiate level, I'm sure. There are certain players that thrive and can maybe be better when they sit and watch the game and see how it unfolds, see where the holes are in the defense, and then come in and exploit.
Absolutely. Coach, many people know Coach Clifford is her sister, and I've talked to her about that for the last 3 years. I think Jordan is really good off the bench. And she comes out with a whole different attitude, a very aggressive attitude. And that was part of our thought process. We started M&K tonight because we knew they could bring pressure, which I think they did a really good job of. They wear the other team out, and Jordan comes in and she has opportunities to get open looks.
And one of the things we talked about earlier in this postgame show is the contagious effect of effort.
It is, and I do believe that started with, especially started with Emma and Kate Lehner, and then I think Claire Lindsay did a great job. I saw Claire on the floor the entire night, and it's an addicting thing, and the rest of the girls do it. I thought the energy on the bench was amazing, we've told them you're going to be rewarded for hard play, and I think they did a great job of coming out and doing that all night.
We were, of course, we have the luxury of sitting right next to the bench to kind of hear some of the calls. And you were very clear, you and your staff were very clear about getting the ball moved and getting it, not standing still with the ball. How do you feel that went tonight?
Well, we're getting better, and we talked about that pregame. It's something we've been working on, but we talked to them. Coach Mathis brought it up in the locker room just now. We need to have possessions of 5 or 6 passes or more. The ball needs to be reversed 2 or 3 times. I thought we did a great job of getting the ball to the open corner tonight, but we settled too many times for that shot when I think we can get to the heart of the lane and attack and break them down. And I thought we did a good job, though, in the second half of really looking for people in the post. I thought Joe Zierger had a great up and under move, and that was really just us getting to our spots is what we talked about, getting to our spots in transition. They did a great job of that.
Do you think you should have, when it came to the second half, do you think you should have done a half-court press or a full-court press to continue that big lead?
Well, what we wanted to do is we are going to face a couple really good teams coming up, and really our thought process right now is Heritage Christian. That's a conference game. That's a trophy game. That's what we talk about, games that we play for trophies. Center Grove is going to put a lot of pressure on us, and as well as Whitelands, we know, because Kelly Kirkhoff over there is doing a great job with them. But everything that we're doing right now is to try to be ready for next Thursday, and our half-court defense needs to improve. And I thought we took a huge step towards that in the second half tonight. So that was really our main focus, was just to play tough half-court defense.
Coach, we appreciate you taking a few minutes for us. We'll catch up with you on Saturday.
Thank you. We'll see you then.
That's Roncalli acting head coach Jason Sims. Appreciate him taking a few minutes for us here on the post-game show. We'll update the records now. Cardinal Ritter drops to 1-6, 0-3 on the road. Raiders will next be in action on Saturday afternoon this weekend. That's a conference game against Lutheran. Meanwhile, Roncalli improves to 1-3, 1-1 here at home. And they'll be in action again 10 o'clock Saturday morning at Center Grove. We'll have that game on RoncalliMediaNetwork.com against the 3-4 Center Grove Trojans. Roncalli now leads the all-time series with Cardinal Ritter 51-4, 28-3 here at Roncalli, and they've won overall 39 straight in the annual matchup. So some final thoughts tonight, Christian. Good win for Roncalli heading into the Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah, this game really put their head up in the game and coming in for a good momentum shot for the next game, which is, I believe, Thursday. And so keeping that, as much as Coach Sims said, how we practice our full court pressure, I mean, we did a great job. I mean, the hustle, the pressure we put on Cardinal Ritter tonight, it was incredible. So let's hope that we can give that defense to Thursday's night's game and get a similar win and continue our record with 2-3.
Well, we want to thank everyone for watching and listening tonight. Tonight's broadcast has been a production of the Roncalli Media Network. The executive producer is Stefan Welsh. Our sales manager is Aaron Hummel. Our graphics man tonight, Elliot Borders. Our technical director, Lucas Griffin. Robert Story had our replay handled tonight. And our camera operators, Lucas Mathias and Jonathan Ginn-Daffron. And our statistician, the great Andrew Mason, giving us all the numbers we need. I want to thank you for listening and watching tonight. For my partner, Christian Sandoval, and all our Roncalli Media Network crew, it's been Rob Brown. Again, our final tonight from the Vinny. Roncalli defeats Cardinal Ritter by the score of 59-23. We'll talk to you on Saturday morning at 9:45 with the pregame show from Center Grove. Until we talk to you then, I want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. So long.